Good morning, my children. We are moving to our fourth unit, volume. From our earlier classes, we have learned about volume. What is a volume in science? Volume is the quantity occupied by a liquid, solid, or gas. It is that we have learned from our early classes. But now we are discussing volume in mathematics. How can we find out volume of a specific shapes? Okay. Look at this picture. Adira has collected many things and arranged them into different loads. And look at this picture. Here there are two sticks are given. Which is the bigger one? Yes, it is the bigger one. How we find it? By measuring the length of the stick, isn't it? Next, look at this picture. Which is bigger? Is it first one or second one? In terms of length, we can say bigger one is second one, isn't it? But in our maths, we need the accurate or exact answer. So, in order to find the bigger one in this picture, we need to find out the area of these two. Then only we can find which is bigger one and which is smaller. Look at this one. Here there is a rectangle blocks. The name indicates all the faces of this shape should be in rectangle. Okay. These blocks are the collections of Adira. Then how did you decide it which is larger and which is smaller? By comparing its length. Okay. Then moving to this picture. Which is bigger one? The same shape is placed horizontally and vertically. We cannot decide which is larger and which is smaller here, isn't it? Then let's look how can we decide which is larger one and which is smaller. Look at this picture. There are rectangular blocks here. They all are made by stacking smaller blocks of same size. Okay. Then which of them is the largest? Here we need to count the little blocks in each of this picture. Let's consider first picture. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom. And same as in the upper also. So 4 plus 4, 8 rectangular blocks are there. Look at the next picture. How many smaller blocks are there? There are 6 blocks are there. Isn't it? Then moving to the third one. How many blocks are there? There are 5 blocks. Then can you say which is bigger one and which is smaller? The first picture is bigger and the last one is smaller, isn't it? Look at this one. Here 2 wooden blocks or rectangular blocks are given here. So we need to find out which is bigger one. 8 blocks in the first level, isn't it? Then the below level also have 8 blocks. So total smaller blocks should be 16. 8 plus 8, 16 blocks are there. And in this picture, there are 15 blocks in the upper part. 15. So in the middle part also there should be 15 smaller blocks, and in the below part also there will be 15 equal blocks. Okay, then what should be the total number of blocks in the second picture? It should be 15 plus 15 plus 15, 45 blocks. Then we can say that the second one is bigger one. Is there a quick way to find out which is bigger one and which is smaller one? We can count the blocks in the upper part. Then multiply the number with the number of layers there. Then it should be the total number of blocks in that particular shape. Okay, first in our first example, the upper part contains 8 smaller blocks. Layer is 2. So 8 into 2, 16. It is the answer that we got from earlier question. And in the second picture also, there are 15 smaller blocks in the first layer. So there are 3 layers. 15 into 3 is equal to 45 smaller boxes in the second picture. Then without counting, can you calculate the number of blocks in this picture? 9 blocks on the upper part. Okay, then number of layers is 3. So total number of smaller blocks should be 9 3s are 27. What should be the next? Can you say it? There are 60 smaller blocks, isn't it? How can we find it? There are 15 smaller blocks on the first layer and the number of layers is 4. So 15 4s are 60. Look at this next picture. There are 6 blocks and 2 layers. So there should be 12 total blocks. And in the second picture, there are 6 blocks, smaller blocks in the first layer, and the number of layers is 2. There are 12 total blocks. Okay. Here the number of blocks are same. So to compare the sizes, we want to just count the number of smaller blocks in each picture. Then only we can say which is bigger one and which is smaller one. This is your work. This rectangular block contains 64 smaller blocks. If one small block is removed from each corner of the large block, how many would be left? There are 64 smaller blocks. From all corners, one block is removed. Then how many smaller blocks are left there?